This is a story about one home in one neighborhood and Mr. and Mrs. Jones, who are buying their first home. They have selected a home that costs $200,000. They put $10,000 down and financed $190,000. The agent explained that the monthly cost of owning the home based on the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, or PITI, would be $1,581 for 30 years. Mr. and Mrs. Jones asked, "Does this payment represent the total cost of ownership?" The agent replied, "Not if you consider the monthly cost of energy, which on the average has been $190 per month for this property. This would be the PITIE to include energy cost, making the total cost of ownership $1,771 monthly payment." They were also reminded by the agent that the cost of energy is only going to go up. Most people understand the appraisal process in factoring the selling price of a home along with interest, taxes, and insurances, which are easily determined or negotiated for best rates. But how do homeowners appraise the energy efficiency and subsequent energy usage of a home? Furthermore, how can homeowners negotiate or improve the energy value of a home? The simple answer is by getting an energy audit performed on the home. And if you want to improve the energy usage through upgrades, there are ways to finance these improvements, but only if you have an investment-grade energy audit that is certified by a licensed HERS rater, which is and has been recognized by the mortgage industry for over 20 years. It's the only way to know for certain how to manage a home's energy equity. A certified audit provides an assessment of a home's current energy condition, as well as recommended upgrades designed to reduce energy usage with simple payback calculations for the upfront costs of the energy upgrades. So a better way to look at the cost of ownership as a homeowner would be to compare the monthly PITIE before upgrades against the PITIE after upgrades. Here is the example. Currently, the home that Mr. and Mrs. Jones is looking at buying has a PITIE of $1,771 per month. The energy audit and HERS rating performed on the new home reveal that if $10,000 worth of upgrades were made to the home, the energy bills would be cut by $75 per month, in addition to making their home more valuable by $18,000, more comfortable, safer, less dusty, and easier to resell. Because the audit was in fact HERS rated, they are able to finance the cost of the upgrades with no additional down payments or qualifications, making the total amount financed $200,000 with a total monthly outlay of $1,757 per month. That's lesser payment than before the energy upgrades. The Joneses are now comfortable knowing what the total cost of ownership will be and feel like they can purchase their new home knowing that they made the best deal. End of the story. Not quite. Because of the energy upgrades performed on the Joneses' new home, an even bigger story has entered the picture, inspiring a series of tales to be told, featuring previously underemployed trade workers. What you say? All this excitement over one little $10,000 upgrade on one little $200,000 home? And the project only required one weatherization crew, one insulation crew, one heating and cooling crew, one electrician, one friendly auditor, a single general contractor, and it was all over in about a week's time? The fact is, the Joneses represent one in thousands of homes that would benefit from an energy upgrade, and more importantly, one in thousands of homes in their local area wherein each upgrade project would create work for a dozen or so people. Now let us share with you the big plot and a preview of the first season in this inspiring series. Homes built before year 2000, of which there are over 113 million in the U.S. today, on average, can save over 40% of their heating and cooling energy costs with a few energy upgrades. A 5-hour audit will generate about 100 hours of paid work performed on these homes. That's a 20-fold driver. Current costs for performing weatherization work are nearly journeyman rates. This means that union-scale livable wages are realistic while still meeting the cost testing requirements for return on investment for homeowners. If you think that's captivating, listen to this curve. Based on last year's home sales alone, if each home sold had an audit performed, 1,700 people would have a full-time job auditing homes making over $50,000 a year, and 2,000 people would find full-time work preparing, scheduling, and processing the energy upgrade projects. There's more. If only half of the audits performed lead to an upgrade, 132,000 overall people would find full-time jobs working on houses needing various upgrades and energy improvements. This is based on an average work year of 1,700 hours. So the first season was based on only one type of interaction, the home sale or purchase. The next season is already written, in the can, and will bring you even more exciting stories to include HVAC retrofits being performed on existing homes, people refinancing their homes for greater energy savings, reverse mortgage cost containment, loan modifications, and even more personal interest in saving energy. There will potentially be a cast of nearly 30,000 energy auditors working full-time, and a couple of 100,000 workers performing various upgrades and efficiencies on existing homes, all set in home locations currently being occupied, for sale, for rent, or under bank control. There is enough content to be on the air for more than 10 years, longer runs than Seinfeld, Golden Girls, Drew Carey, and, believe it or not, Leave It to Beaver. Now, a word to our sponsors. This future model for residential housing will provide employment for hundreds of thousands of people. This work being performed is profitable and capable of paying wages comparable to union residential and light commercial rates. And look at the potential viewership, the impressions, and ultimately the number of personal touches a sponsor can obtain. The name of the program? Converting excess home energy usage into jobs and community equity. The producers of the program? American Retrofitters. Coming soon to your neighborhood.